Stemless Faceoff podcast. We have a special guest today with a pretty interesting background. Elliot is going to tell us a little bit about him and where he's from and how he got started with his incredible career.
Hi guys, Elliot Brownstein, EBM Media. I've been down in Florida for, almost half my life now. Surprisingly, because I remember it used to just be like, I've been here for like 3 years. Now it's half my life. I wanted to always be in media. Like, radio was the one thing I always listened to. It was like my crutch, like my escape. So it was always music radio, listening to Talk Host. And then I got into radio just off the whim. I remember going down, getting some tickets. I won tickets off the radio because I would always listen and call in. And then I was like, hey guys, how do I get into radio? And I remember Jonathan Zaslow from 790 A Ticket, he's like, and Mark Hockman, he's like, listen, just come by anytime you want, we'll teach you some stuff. Go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Couldn't afford that, but they kind of shooed me in with like learning stuff, and I got into radio, ended up working for the St. Lucie Mets and the New York Mets. Went on to host for 93.7 GYL and the country station.
That was so cool.
Yeah, and then I just kind of wanted to pursue sports because sports was a lot better than music. So I ended up working for the USA Today as a national, or not national, for the state Florida high school sports, reporting on that, and then working for Fox Sports.
So cool. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And now you have your own business.
Yes, and then Fox Sports was, COVID was happening, and a lot of jobs were limited. So the good thing was that because there were so many budget cuts, they had you do your own stuff. So you would go out to do these reports, like for FAU football, or for these football games, hockey games. The Florida Panthers is one of the teams I covered, and you'd have to bring your own camera. You'd have to do everything, set up, learn it. So I started getting into that, and I got into with a media company doing commercials. I'm actually on a Midas commercial. So I started learning everything, and then I calculated. I was like, well, if I'm editing 17 videos a week at $100 a video, that's $1,700. Like, that's more than what I was getting paid. So I figured if I can just equivalently match that, what my salary was to a weekly basis, which was pretty much $500 a week. So if I can do 5 videos a week at $100 a day, I'd be okay. So that's how I kind of got into my own thing. I was like, all right, I'll charge $100 for a video, match my pay, and then just start gradually getting more gear, and luckily, Dan Donaldson and from Rise of a Warrior, which you know very well.
Yes.
He kind of helped me out. Chris LaForte was one of the, and Gabe Barletta were the first 2 people I filmed.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I love.
He's so thankful.
I love Chris.
Good people.
Yeah, he is. It's like Dan had me do the photos for Rise of a Warrior. I think it was 2020. I think it was, or 2019. Had me do the photos. I tried getting a couple guys to sponsor them. Just like, listen, I'll just do some cool videos for you guys, hype you up, give you some. I wanted to mimic that UFC hype videos that they do before the fights, and I was like, let me, I'm learning at the same time, that you guys are going through your career. It'd be perfect, and just kind of trickled into something bigger after that.
They're amazing. Your videos are great.
I appreciate that.
Nicole and I were talking about it, so we're gonna interview them so we can get all the tips and the cameras. What kind of camera do you use? What kind of microphone do you use? Are you looking to work in a podcast?
I'm willing to work anyway.
You seem very well experienced.
Yeah, I might have just a tad bit of experience.
He's way more experienced than we are.
Yeah. I mean, big shout out to Chris and Dan Donaldson for kind of kickstarting everything. And I started making videos. The money isn't always just making content. It's actually knowing how to put out the content. So, I ran into an issue, and I think every entrepreneur or business owner runs into that issue of like, okay, I started something. I got a couple things flowing in, but how do I continue this?
Right.
How do I gain off of this? What do I do just besides this? How can I always have more? And the issue was, you know, a lot of times you do these one-off videos and for the client, and it's like, okay, hey, great. Like, how was the video? It was good. What do I do with it? I need to do more now because social media has blown up. Social media is the
Everything,
new TV.
yes,
Yeah, it is.
correct.
I tell people all the time, it's the new television.
That's how everybody communicates.
I mean, my wife and I, we sit down and we don't watch TV. We don't even have cable.
Come on, don't you watch your big screen as you're holding your little phone in your hand and all you're doing is staring at your phone and not your...
We have a 75-inch TV,
Yep.
which I still think is too small for us.
He doesn't watch TV.
No, and honestly, Sundays for the Birds, the Eagles, like, and then UFC, every single UFC and BKFC fight, like, that's it. That's all we watch. And movies occasionally, if we're not too tired, but we get 3 minutes into a movie and we fall asleep. So everything is just, you know, the phone. The kids are on the phone. Like, everything's so. Luckily, I had some background in social media marketing when social media first, like, really started becoming a marketing tool back in, like, 2014, 15.
Right.
And then with my radio experience and how to market my own TV or radio shows and stuff like that, I understood marketing. So a lot of the clients that got stuck on, like, okay, I just got this video, what do I do with it? How do I gain off of it? I charged them more to handle their social media accounts. And that's the business now. It's social media content creation and management.
Interesting enough that we have, like, very similar backgrounds.
You're right.
With the social media, with the radio, and how everything, one thing led me to the next one, and I ended up having my own TV show also.
Wow.
I did radio and television, but it was one of those things, one led to the next one. I said, okay, I'll do it, like, why not? And I loved it, and now we started this podcast probably about, I say 4 or 5 months ago, and it's just took off.
I love that.
It's just like, we're like, oh, let's just do it. Okay, sure, no problem.
And I think that's the biggest thing is let's just do it.
Yeah.
Right?
You try it. If it works, great. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But at least you try.
Exactly. I
You
mean,
can
you're
just,
going
like,
to fail
think
no
of
matter
an
what,
idea.
right? Yeah.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah. If you don't do it, you're failing. If you try it, you failed with a risk that could have went your way. And it might go your way. So you may as well go for it.
It's a jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I get it though. It is scary to start your own thing, because I was scared for the longest time. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought there's better talent out there. I thought working in the corporate world or working for somebody, you know, the stigmas that push you down is going to happen when you're out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like for my background in sports broadcasting, I mean, the majority of the people that succeed are attractive women. You know, the guys like looking at the attractive woman while they're talking sports. Like, yeah, exactly. So that's something you have to hurdle and overcome. So that's why my face was more on radio than it was on camera. But the money's on camera, not on radio.
True.
So it was very tough, and you know, I just started doing my own thing. You know, because of me working social media before, I started using that on Twitter and, like, being on camera. And I'm like, okay, which, by the way, I was verified before they started charging you for it, and I just wanted I want to notate that. Like,
throw that out there.
That's very important.
OG verified.
Yes,
okay?
exactly. I'm as upset as John Jones was when they started paying for it. It's
I was
like,
verified before verified
exactly.
was a thing.
I have screenshots to prove it. Okay. I have receipts, okay, from back in the day.
I got the receipts.
Yeah, but I mean, it was like, you know, I used that platform. Like, okay, verified guy, you know, like, even I used to chase hurricanes because, like, it was extra work, you know, like.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they would pay you more extra for chasing the hurricanes and recording. So I would do that. I didn't care. Like, okay, I got, like, things blowing at me, but, like, I'll just duck. Like, no problem.
I don't know. Semi-truck might just hit me in the forehead.
Yeah.
But we're just fine.
I train. If I could dodge a punch, I could dodge a, you know, a tree coming at me.
So you also train MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which one? Or all of them?
Well, I've trained mainly Muay Thai at Kings with Skylar Gano. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
We have to come watch you.
Yeah, well, you're right down the road.
I know, we've never been in there.
I never been here, and I didn't know. I thought you guys were further down the road, and
No, we're neighbors.
yeah, we are neighbors.
Legit neighbors. We
I
can hang out outside and everything.
I know we could do our sprints and our runs.
Yeah.
You can come
We
by and
could
train.
grill on the grill outside that I
I'm
don't
down.
have.
I'm not supposed to be eating as much.
We won't tell them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do grilled chicken breast.
There we
Yeah.
go. There we go. I am a fish eater. I don't even like chicken. I barely like eating steak. And
Really?
Yeah. I mean, turkey is probably one of the most healthiest as far as like the poultry and stuff. But I love seafood, and I
love
could eat seafood
seafood.
every single day.
Really?
Oh yeah, I could
Like
eat.
sushi?
Oh, I just had like
Stop
2
it.
rolls.
You didn't bring us any? Rude.
I can't. The sushi wouldn't make it to you. That's the issue. And then my wife ordered a poke bowl. Like she was like, "I'm hungry." I was like, "Well, I had sushi." She's like, "I'll get a poke bowl." I was like, "Cool." Like we could eat fish constantly.
That's
Salmon
awesome.
and swordfish, whatever. Doesn't matter. Shrimp, scallops.
Scallops.
Yeah.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, me too. My stomach started to talk to me. Feed me. I'm the foodie here.
Are you?
Yes.
Favorite food?
Oh, steak.
Steak.
Yes.
As I just mouthed off that I don't really like to eat steak. You know?
I
I
love
love-
a juicy steak.
I love a juicy steak too.
Like, you know,
It just sticks in me. I'm like, I'm already fat. Like I don't need to keep adding to it. So steak with what?
Sweet potatoes and broccoli.
Okay, I can see that. So yeah,
But I also like arroz con pollo, chicken and rice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. A little Spanish.
Like salmon too.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken wings.
Chicken wings. You're just gonna rip them off everything.
That's what
my
I was just
God.
gonna
I
say.
like, I like Italian food. I love Italian food.
No, I was gonna say that's my favorite. Eggplant parmesan is.
Oh,
that's-
yes.
I could eat that every day.
Nice.
I'd make that for Christmas, so it's coming up.
Really?
It's coming up.
Oh, I will be waiting for it.
Yeah.
I will. You know what? I will come back and I will bring you a plate
Oh.
of homemade eggplant parmesan with the homemade sauce.
Wow.
It's the only time I make the homemade sauce.
Delicious.
Yeah.
My grandfather used to make it.
Yeah, it's my favorite, and I just load cheese on it on top of cheese. And I
Love cheese.
You
Yeah.
call it sauce or gravy? Isn't that a thing?
sauce or gravy?
No.
We call it sauce.
Okay.
I mean, gravy is a controversial term, but
Controversial term.
when I think of gravy, I think of brown gravy.
Me too.
You know, I mean, but I mean, a lot of people do say the Sunday gravy and stuff like that. It's for
I don't
tomato
like
sauce.
gravy.
I don't like.
I don't like sauce on my steak either.
You know?
No, I don't like putting anything. Like, I like my food to taste like the food tastes. I don't like sauces and barbecue
Yeah, I don't put-
sauce
yeah,
and
no.
all that.
The only time I have condiments on my stuff is like hot dogs. That's it. Like ketchup and mustard.
You like
onions.
taquitos or burritos?
I like burritos better.
Me too.
Yes, I don't like the
It's
deep fried
unanimous.
crunch. It's too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
How about you, Dawn?
Burritos. It's unanimous.
Burritos it is.
Oh.
Exactly.
So what else you do aside from these incredible videos and
I mean, as far as
chase
like
hurricanes and guys like jack of all trades?
yeah, I've done everything. I mean,
That's
I
amazing.
could name it all. I mean,
What else? What have you not done yet that you would like to do?
What have I not done that I like to do? That's tough because I've done a lot, so I have to. Like, I've never done skydiving, but I'll never do that.
No matter what, it's off.
No matter what. Like, I'm not
It's
jumping
not
out of a plane
happening.
with a 50-50 chance it opens. You know?
Not
Like,
taking
it's-
that chance.
No. I barely like flying, you know? But, I don't know. I mean, because I'm one of those people, it's like, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Like, I've driven race cars, F1 cars and stuff like that. I've done everything I kind of set my mind out to, been out on boats, been out fishing, sport fishing tournaments, stuff like that, and I've fought in that rise, and I've done these things, and I don't know. I think for me, it's like I want my kids to do the things that they want to do, because my son trains at Kings, and they're on the basketball team. It's like, okay, I want you to have this mentality of like whatever you want to do, just do it.
That's awesome.
Like you're not going to miss the money
No.
that you spend on it. Like you will at the moment, but right now I can't think about the money I spent 5 years ago to go do something I wanted to do.
That's true. You wouldn't even remember.
No. Eventually, it's all in the past, and
It all fades away.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a good question though, because I got to think of something now that I want to do that I haven't done.
Man.
You stumped me on that. Like I know, because I mean, my wife and I, we want to do. Our goal is 50 years, 50 states, and celebrate our anniversary in each state and kind of see, the country.
Wow.
Yeah, we have long-term
That's
goals.
great.
That's so
marriage.
sweet.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's something, I haven't seen all 50 states. That's something I'm hoping to do.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so.
How old are the kids?
The two stepbrothers are 12, 6 months apart though, and then we have our daughter that's 6 years old.
Aw, the princess.
The princess, the angel,
The angel.
the demon.
Oh.
That is,
No, she's
that is
great.
little girl.
Yeah, she is.
That is little girl.
She came home yesterday. She gave me a big old hug. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "All right, thank you. I needed that."
Aww.
Yeah.
So cute.
And then she put on her Christmas list Gucci bag. So.
Nice.
Smart
that's,
one.
That's 6 years old.
Boom.
6 years old. She knows what she wants.
I mean, what 6-year-old doesn't need a Gucci bag?
I can't.
Listen to Donna.
I can't think of a 6-year-old that needs anything really. Besides
All
feeding
you
their
need
belly.
is shoes and clothes and go to school.
That's
That's
right.
it.
You need an education, young lady. That's all you need.
All right, I'm gonna switch seats with Nicole.
Okay.
She's gonna have the rapid fire questions.
Yeah, these are the
boy.
Don't
real
be
tough
nervous.
ones.
I'm nervous already.
Well, it's okay.
I'm sweating. I didn't have
Just
to
take
take
a
the jacket
breather.
off.
Oh gosh. Yeah, don't be worried about these, believe me. Are we ready?
I'm preparing.
Okay. What's your proudest accomplishment?
Starting my own business.
Yeah, that's a great one. Oh my goodness. That's very hard. Do you have any hobbies other than all this work you do?
Muay Thai and basketball.
Okay.
Those are my hobbies. That's
There
it.
you go. That's great. Favorite movie?
Oof. I would have to say Goodfellas.
I'm not a movie person. I should never ask these questions. Because so far, everybody has told me their favorite movie, and I'm always like, yep, never seen it.
Really? Never seen Goodfellas?
No, I've not seen one movie that anybody's ever said.
It's like, really?
Nothing.
It's like, what?
Yes. How
What other
boring
movies?
am I?
Wait, how? What other movies?
Have I seen?
No, did they
Oh.
say like?
Oh
you remember?
gosh, are you off?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good
What
one.
else? Gretta would know because she's
They
seen
were
them. I
they were
haven't.
classics. Like everybody's seen
Yes.
it. Scarface, I think, was one of them.
Scarface is good.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah,
seen
no.
Scarface.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. You got
Yeah.
some work.
Yeah.
You got some homework.
Oh, we got some serious homework. Yes. What was your first job since you've had all these jobs?
Oof. First legal job was Publix. Well, I mean, when you were in New York, you washed dishes. For,
Oh,
You know,
okay.
like yeah.
Phew.
Yeah. No. I wasn't a drug dealer. No.
That's okay. We had
Yeah.
somebody who were
That was funny. No, it was funny. Tell him. It was funny.
So I've got some questions over there, and sometimes when we're working out, I will ask these questions, and it says, if you had to come up, if you had to come up with $1 million illegally, how would you do it?
Oh, I'd be a contract killer.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
would obtain the $1 million by being a contract killer. Perfect. And this particular person said, well, like, other than stealing, what would it be? And I said, I don't know, selling drugs or something. And she goes, selling drugs, is that illegal? Yes. Yes, selling drugs is illegal.
Absolutely. Yes.
Unless you have, like, a pharmacy.
Yeah.
This person was like, what?
You can't do that.
Are you serious right now?
Can't sell drugs, man.
A contract killer.
Yeah.
Well, we are not going to piss him off.
Yeah, I don't.
It's going to
That's
be
the first
amazing.
thing. I mean, the easy answer is obviously like become a hacker and like
Yeah.
fraudulently. But
Is
I mean,
that the easy answer?
I would say so. Like to
Nicole.
steal. I mean, I think if you gotta like do a job to.
Yes.
I mean, kill someone.
You are hardcore.
Somebody mean though, not
Okay.
not like a nice
Yes.
old lady or something.
Unless she's got money, and then maybe.
I'm gonna look like a psychopath now.
We'll edit it great. Don't worry. Okay. On a lighter note, are you window seat or aisle seat on a plane?
Window seat because I'm scared to death of planes, so I have to like see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sense of control.
Nice. Dream vacation?
Ooh, Greece or Australia?
Wow, those are both good ones.
Yeah.
Those are both good ones. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
Both, but I'll lean towards dogs. We've got 3 dogs and a cat, so.
Oh, nice. What would you tell your younger self?
I would say start sooner.
What's your biggest fear?
Biggest fear. Besides death? I mean, that's a scary
That
one.
can be death.
Skydiving?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Heights. You
Heights.
don't
I
like heights? Or
Yeah.
just
I mean,
the free falling feeling you don't like.
Just
Like, would
the-
you live in a condominium? Or you
yeah.
wouldn't?
I mean, I go on the tower of like these boats, and I fly drones, so that's kind of like being up there. But
Oh wow.
and, I mean, I'll do whatever for the shot, but I think that lack of sense of control when you're in a plane, because like someone else is driving, and then you're just like, oh,
Yeah. I hope this is
something
going
happened.
well.
Yeah. Like,
If he fucks up, I'm fine.
yeah, exactly. If he falls asleep behind the wheel like I do, I mean,
Oh,
screwed.
no.
He's not driving.
Yeah.
We got that, Nicole.
Yeah.
Nicole,
No.
you're
No.
still the designated
I'm still the
driver.
driver. Would you rather travel to the past or the future?
Probably the past. Yeah.
Why?
So who would you want to have dinner with?
Who would I have dinner with?
If dead or alive,
Dead
obviously.
or alive? Who would I mean, alive, probably Ray Allen, the basketball player.
Okay.
Someone dead, probably old GW, George Washington.
Nice.
Yeah, first president.
Nice.
One big
That's a
Revolutionary
good
War kind
one.
of guy. Yeah.
That's a good one.
What would you ask him?
Why didn't he want to be president? Yeah, he didn't. He was the only president that didn't want to be president. I mean, he didn't want the responsibility, but I want to know like exactly why.
Right.
It's an honor
Right.
nowadays, somewhat. But why, as the person that helped us out become free, not want to be the one that kept us free?
Right. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I'm a nerd.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What's your death row meal?
Ooh, death row meal.
Yeah.
Eggplant parmesan. I'll go with that. I'll stick with it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and I don't mean like one little thing. I want them to
Oh.
be like 17 servings of it. Like, I want
17
Yeah.
servings of it.
a big like grandma's pan, and not that crap microwavable stuff. Like,
Oh no.
no, you got to go to like Joseph's or something, Italian market down in North Lake, and get me the good stuff. And
Yeah.
plop it down, or at least let me cook it myself. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I,
Let me go to Joseph's real quick.
yeah.
I promise I'm coming back.
Have you ever been there? I mean,
No, I think I know where you're talking about. Is
Yeah.
it on the corner of North Lake and
military.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know where you're
Best
talking.
place. I love it.
They're always busy.
Constantly.
Yes.
And they have some of the best pastries, like one of the true Italian markets left.
Mhm.
And we go there. I mean, I probably spent about like $600 on groceries there, just for like Christmas.
Okay. Now, do you like to cook?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
big cook. A big. I think that's what sold my wife on me. Is my cooking. She's like, all right, I'll take them.
That's a good trait.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can cook, that's perfect. He's a
Yeah.
keeper.
Okay, here's my last question.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you should be scared.
I am scared.
This is really an important question, whether we can be friends or not. No. Is it ever acceptable to double dip at a party?
At a party?
Yes.
No. Just
Thank
take what
God.
you can.
Yes.
Take what you can. You can't double tip at a party.
Not at
At your home, double tip all you want. Can't spread the nasties.
That I agree with that totally.
What's your ick?
Oh yeah.
What's my what?
Ick.
Ick. Like what icks me out?
Yeah.
Oof. Sneezing at restaurants or blowing your nose at restaurants.
Oh.
Like go to the bathroom, blow your nose.
Yes.
Like I'm eating.
Yeah, that. Oh, yeah.
I understand sneezes you can't help sometimes, but definitely the blowing the nose and like at the table.
Yeah.
And even if it's not even at my table, it's just in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like no.
That's bad.
Go blow your nose somewhere else.
Yes.
Please. It's
Nope.
gross.
Agreed.
Really gross.
Agreed.
Will you tell us your Instagram?
Yeah.
Give
us all your information. How can they get a hold of you?
Instagram is at ebmedia_LLC. You can just message me on there because I get too many spam phone calls to know what's going on in life anymore. So you contact me through there. I'll send you my number, and we can figure everything out through there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I appreciate you guys having me on. It's an honor.
We appreciate you coming on.